Today we are going to check the KS quantity breaks. In fact, we had already this snippet, but many of our customers required an improved version for this snippet. The main request was the ability to select the variance directly from the quantity breaks. In other words, the customers can select different variants for their quantity breaks. For example, they might select one red and small, one blue and black, and one blue or a different option here. And this update makes this snippet complete and it works flawlessly, especially on the down theme. But of course, in case you want to use this snippet on our other themes, we are here to help. So we are going to help you whatever change you might need to fully integrate this snippet on your Shopify store. Also, another important note is that with our snippets you only pay once, compared to many popular quantity breaks apps that are on a Shopify app store, which you pay monthly for them. But for our snippet, this is a one-time purchase only. Okay, next we are going to check the installation, and then we are going to check the various options and settings that we have available for this snippet. After we have downloaded the snippet, all we have to do here is double click to unzip it. Then open the file in your preferred editor, copy the contents of the file, and then from your Shopify admin, navigate to themes and open the codes for the theme that you want to edit. All you have to do here is create a new section called KS quantity breaks. Okay, in fact, we have already this file. All you have to do is paste the contents of the file. Then from your Shopify admin, again on the same theme, we need to go to the product page and all you have to do here is add a new section called KS quantity breaks. Also, it is important to note that this snippet is injected dynamically, so we have to hit the save button here. And as you can see now, the quantity breaks is working perfectly on the product form. Okay, this should be all for the installation. Next, we are going to check the various options and settings that we have for this snippet, but also we need to check how we need to adjust our discounts here on the discounts, because we need to have the discounts for the quantity breaks to actually apply them in the cart. Okay, let's check now the settings for this snippet. Okay, first we have the title, then the title font size here. Then we have a setting to align this title, for example, on left, center or right. Then we have some settings here to control these items here. So you can have a different border opacity, for example, or a different border radius or no border radius at all. And add a different add to cart button animation. For example, if you hit save now and check here, we can see now that the borders are more visible, and this add to cart button animation is triggered when you click on any of these items here. Okay, then we have here the element to inject, and in fact, this might be a bit advanced for some users that are not familiar with code, but of course we are here to help, and this should be fine if you are using the default down theme or any other free Shopify theme that is based on down, like Sense or Refresh. But if you are using a different theme, this might need to change. And basically, this is the selector for the add to cart button, and we are injecting this this snippet above this this element here. For example, if you need to inject here in a different position, like this one right here, we can check the class that is using. For example, we can inject after the product title. All you can do here is add the class name and inject it after the end. And if we hit the save button now, we are going to see that this snippet is injected directly after the title here. Okay, and then we have here some settings to control the spacing, top here and bottom here. Okay, that should be all for the general settings. Now it is important to mention that each of these elements here, like this by 1, by 2 or by 3, each of these tires here are in fact a block of the main settings. For example, we have the first block, which we can configure here. We have this first option, which is selected option, and what this means is to select the default tire for the quantity breaks. For example, we have selected the second one, and this should be the default one. And for example, if you open the front end and see the snippet, you can see that this option is selected by default. If we prefer to have a different option selected by default, we should change it. For example, we should select it here, but we need to disable on the other blocks. Then we have the option here for the quantity, and this means how many items should be added to the cart. For the first one we have 1 item, for the second one we have 2, and for the third one we have 3 items. And the discount that is going to apply for if the user select this quantity. For example, for the first option we have 0, because we don't want to offer discount if the customer is buying just one product. But if they buy more, for example 2, they are going to get 10% discount, and if 3, they are going to get 20% discount. But it is important to note that to actually apply the discounts on a cart, you must create the discount. For example, we have here 2 discounts, 10 and 20, and we must create those discounts for them in order to show on the cart like this. As you can see, the discounts are applied correctly. Buy 2, save 10%. And these are in fact automatic discounts that you can create. We have already created those. Buy 2, save 10%, buy 3, save 20%, and so on. So how it works is that you need to create a discount. It should be amount of products, and it is important that you select here automatic discounts because we don't want to deal with the discounts codes. And any title can work here, and here we need to enter 10%, and you should specify the collection or the product that you need to apply this discount. Okay, and here we also should select minimum quantity of items, 2. So for 2 we need to, it will apply 10% discount, but you should create another one for 3 that you should set here to 20% discount. Okay, then going back again to the snippet, then we have the option here for the title, which is buy two. Also here it is not visible, but in fact it should work on our let's quickly check our live theme. So if you open on the live theme, the quantity breaks, you should see that this styling works better here. We have to fix that styling. So here we have the title here, buy 2, and this is in brackets. This must be in brackets to put some type of badge here, which for this case is most popular. And for the third option, you can set something like plus free shipping, and we will show a nice badge here, plus free shipping. And then you have the subtitle here. You save 20%, or you save 10%, or no savings for the first option. And this should be all for the snippet configuration. As we mentioned, these options here are shown based on the actual product options that are available here. So if the user, for example, change the variant here, the quantity breaks related variants are going to change as well. So this is nice to have. And also another thing is, normally some variants might have different pricing. For example, I can see here the pricing is something like $70, but if I change the option here, you can see that the pricing has correctly updated to based on this variant here, because these variants have different pricing. Okay, that should be all for the snippets. Thanks for watching.